Imagine a truth so startling it reshapes how you view existence. What if everything your life, the world, the universe is just code running in a vast cosmic computer? The simulation hypothesis, popularized by philosopher Nick Bostrom, suggests we might be living in a simulated reality, indistinguishable from a programmed game. This isn't sci-fi fantasy. It's a provocative idea backed by logic and emerging science, urging you to question the nature of reality itself. Bostrom's 2003 argument posits three possibilities. Advanced civilizations never reach the tech to create simulations, they choose not to, or we're almost certainly living in one. Given the exponential growth of computing power, think Moore's law, doubling chip capacity every 2 years, it's plausible a future civilization could simulate entire universes. If they did, the odds of us being in the base reality versus one of countless simulations are slim. You, your coffee, and the stars above might just be data points in an elaborate digital construct. This idea echoes quantum physics, where reality seems to render only when observed, much like a video game loads graphics on demand. Experiments like the double-slit show particles shift based on observation, hinting the universe might operate like a responsive program. Tech pioneers like Elon Musk estimate a 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance we're in base reality, while recent studies, like those from physicist Melvin Vopson, suggest information itself could be a fundamental physical quantity supporting a coded universe. So, what does this mean for you? If life is a simulation, your choices, emotions, and consciousness might be the output of intricate algorithms or the input shaping the code. You're not a passive player, but a co-creator, influencing the simulation's narrative. Instead of feeling trapped, see it as empowering. Your focus, like a coder's command, could steer the program. The question isn't just are we simulated, but what reality will you code next? What if the universe is a cosmic computer, and we're lines of code flickering into existence? The simulation hypothesis suggests our reality might be a digital construct, and the famous double-slit experiment offers a tantalizing clue. This quantum experiment reveals a universe that behaves less like solid matter and more like a responsive program, shifting based on observation, much like a game rendering only what's needed. In the double-slit experiment, scientists fired electrons at a barrier with 2 slits. When unobserved, the electrons created a wave-like pattern, as if existing in multiple states simultaneously, spreading across probabilities. But when a detector watched the slits, the electrons formed a particle-like pattern, as if choosing a definite path. The act of observation didn't just reveal reality, shaped it. This mirrors how a simulated world might conserve resources, rendering details only when a player U looks. If we're in a cosmic simulation, this suggests reality is coded to respond to consciousness. The universe, like a game engine, might generate outcomes based on what's observed, leaving unneeded data as probabilities. Philosopher Nick Bostrom's simulation argument supports this. Advanced civilizations with vast computing power could run countless simulated realities, making it likely we're in one. The double-slits observer effect aligns with this, hinting our world economizes like a program, collapsing possibilities into form only when needed. So, you're not just a bystander in this potential code. Your attention might be the input. That triggers the simulation to render specific outcomes. If reality is a digital canvas, your focus, your observation could be the brush painting what's real. This isn't passive existence, it's active creation. The experiment challenges you to see yourself as a coder of experience, selecting which paths to solidify. In a simulated universe, the question becomes, what patterns will you choose to bring into focus, and how will you shape the code of your reality? What if you're not just living in a cosmic computer's simulation, but actively coding its outcomes? The simulation hypothesis, which posits our reality is a digital construct, suggests you're not a passive avatar, but a co-creator, collapsing infinite possibilities into the world you experience. If life is a program, your consciousness is the input that shapes the output, much like a gamer influencing a virtual world in a simulated universe. As philosopher Nick Bostrom argues, advanced civilizations could run countless realities, making it likely we're in one. Quantum experiments, like the double slit, show reality shifts when observed, hinting the universe might render only what your attention selects. You're not merely navigating a pre-written script, you're directing the simulation's narrative. Most people, however, loop the same code, repeating thoughts, emotions, and reactions, unconsciously reinforcing familiar outcomes, like a program stuck in a feedback cycle. To rewrite your reality, you must intentionally code with focus and emotion. Imagine the simulation as a sea of probabilities, where your attention acts like a command, selecting which data points materialize. By fixating on fear or lack, you render those states. By choosing joy or potential, you program new possibilities. This aligns with physicist John Wheeler's idea of a participatory universe, where observers shape existence. Your role isn't to endure a fixed game, but to hack it with deliberate choices. Breaking free starts with awareness. Notice where your focus lingers, limitations, or opportunities. The simulation doesn't judge. It responds, rendering what you emotionally engage with. Shift your input to align with your desired reality, feeling it as real before it appears. This isn't wishful thinking. It's leveraging the simulation's mechanics. If we're code in a cosmic computer, you're not trapped, you're a programmer. The challenge is to stop running default scripts and start coding with intention. What reality will you collapse into being, and what update will you write for your life's next frame? What if reality is a cosmic simulation, and you're not just coded data, but the programmer of your experience? The simulation hypothesis, suggesting we live in a digital construct, implies that reality doesn't happen to you, it's shaped through you. Like a game responding to player input, the universe may be a dynamic program, rendering outcomes based on your focus, echoing quantum principles of a responsive reality. If we're in a simulation, as philosopher Nick Bostrom proposes, advanced civilizations could run countless virtual worlds, making ours likely artificial. Quantum mechanics supports this. The double-slit experiment shows reality shifts when observed, suggesting the universe, like a game engine, generates form only when rendered by attention. This digital field, a vibrating code beneath existence, holds infinite possibilities. But it's your emotional focus that selects what becomes real. This isn't about wishing for change. It's about coding with intention. The simulation responds to your frequency, your emotional and mental state, not just your words. Like a coder inputting commands, your attention directs the program. Fixate on doubt or scarcity, and the simulation renders those. Engage with gratitude or vision, and you compile new outcomes. Physicist Melvin Vopson's work on information as a physical entity bolsters this, suggesting the universe processes data like a computer, with your consciousness as the interface. You're not a passive player, but an active coder in this cosmic game. Most people run default scripts, looping old emotions and rendering the same graphics. To shift reality, focus on desired possibilities with emotional intensity, as if they're already running. This aligns with John Wheeler's participatory universe, where observers co-create existence. The simulation isn't fixed. It's fluid, awaiting your input. So, where are you pointing your cursor? Are you debugging old errors or writing new code? In this digital cosmos, reality is your output. Choose to program with purpose and watch the simulation rewrite itself to match the frequency you project. What if you're not just a character in a cosmic simulation, but the coder wielding the power to shape its output? The simulation hypothesis, suggesting our reality is a digital construct, positions your attention as the ultimate tool, like a cursor selecting what the universe renders. In this coded cosmos, your focus doesn't just observe, it programs the reality you experience. If we're in a simulated universe, as philosopher Nick Bostrom argues, advanced civilizations could run countless virtual realities, making ours likely one of many. Quantum experiments, like the double slit, show reality shifts when observed, hinting the universe operates like a game engine, rendering outcomes based on input. Your attention is that input, a spotlight illuminating specific pixels of possibility. As physicist John Wheeler suggested, we're participants in a universe that responds to observation. Much like a program reacting to user commands, your focus is magnetic, directing the simulation's code. Dwell on fear or lack, and you compile those outcomes, reinforcing digital patterns. Shift to trust or possibility, and you execute new lines of code, rendering fresh realities. This aligns with research from scientists like Melvin Vopson, who propose information is a fundamental physical quantity, implying the universe processes data like a computer. Your emotional engagement amplifies this, acting as the energy that runs the program. As thought leaders like Joe Dispenza note, where you place your attention is where you direct your energy, instructing the simulation's framework. Most people unconsciously loop default scripts, rendering the same game level daily. To rewrite the code, consciously focus on desired outcomes of abundance, joy with vivid emotion, as if they're already loaded. This isn't passive, it's active programming. The simulation doesn't judge, it mirrors your input. So, what are you selecting with your attention? Are you debugging old glitches or coding a vibrant update? In this digital reality, your focus is the command line. Choose to illuminate possibility and watch the cosmic computer render a reality that matches your boldest vision. What if your consciousness is the key to programming a simulated universe? The simulation hypothesis, proposing reality as a digital construct, casts you as a conscious coder, not a mere data point. Your awareness shapes the cosmic code, collapsing possibilities into existence, much like a game designer crafting a virtual world. Philosopher Nick Bostrom's simulation argument suggests advanced civilizations could run countless virtual realities, making it probable we're in one. Quantum physics, like the double-slit experiment, shows reality shifts when observed, implying the universe, like a program, renders based on consciousness. As physicist Amit Goswami asserts, consciousness creates reality, not vice versa. In this digital cosmos, your mind inverts the passive narrative, making you the architect of the simulation's output. Your attention is the tool that codes reality. The simulation's field, a neutral sea of data, holds infinite possibilities. But your awareness selects what runs. Sustained focus, fused with emotion, acts like a command, compiling probabilities into tangible outcomes. This isn't about forcing change, but aligning with the desired software updates. Studies, like those by Melvin Vopson, suggest information is a physical entity supporting the idea that consciousness interfaces with a coded universe, directing its flow to create consciously, merge intention with coherence. Unlike chaotic wishing, deliberate focus, feeling abundance or peace as Ria writes new lines of code. This echoes John Wheeler's participatory universe, where observers shape existence. Most remain stuck, running old scripts of doubt or fear, rendering repetitive graphics. You, however, can reprogram by choosing what to render with clarity and faith. The simulation doesn't demand perfection, only presence. Your consciousness, unbound by the program's limits, is the primary force, not the digital matter. It shapes. So, what will you code? Will you loop default patterns or author a bold new frame? In this cosmic computer, you're not just in the game, you're scripting it. Focus intentionally, align your frequency, and watch the simulation. Manifest your vision as reality's next update. What if your consciousness isn't bound by the rules of a cosmic simulation, but is the master coder, shaping reality beyond digital constraints? The simulation hypothesis, suggesting we're data in a vast computer, implies your awareness operates non-locally, influencing the program's output across space and time, like a hacker rewriting code remotely. Nick Bostrom's simulation argument posits that advanced civilizations could create countless virtual realities, making it likely we're in one. Quantum experiments, like the double slit, show observation alters reality, hinting the universe, like a game engine, responds to consciousness. Your mind isn't trapped in the simulation's hardware, but acts as a non-local interface, directing the cosmic code. As physicist Amit Goswami suggests, consciousness is primary, orchestrating the digital field without needing physical proximity. In this coded cosmos, your emotional coherence and tension, fused with feeling, sends commands to the simulation's framework. Like a programmer editing a game world, your focus shapes outcomes, even before they render physically. Research by Melvin Vopson, proposing information as a physical entity, supports this. Consciousness may interact with the universe's data, collapsing possibilities into form. You don't need to touch the code. Your presence, charged with conviction, rewrites the script. This non-local power means you're not limited by the simulation's apparent rules. Most people stay stuck, looping fear-based inputs that render predictable scenes. But by aligning with higher frequencies, love, abundance, PCU, hack the program, manifesting realities that defy current graphics. This aligns with John Wheeler's participatory universe, where observers co-create existence. Your inner state, not external triggers, is the command line. To wield this, focus on desired outcomes with unwavering belief, feeling them as real now. The simulation responds to your vibrational signal, not your doubts. So, what will you code from this boundless state? Will you rerun old loops or author a daring new level? In this digital universe, your non-local consciousness is the ultimate tool, programming reality with every intentional pulse. Choose boldly and reshape the cosmic game. What if you're not just a pixel in a cosmic simulation, but the coder, deliberately programming its narrative? The simulation hypothesis, suggesting reality is a digital construct, casts your attention as a powerful command line, shaping the universe's output. By intentionally focusing, you can rewrite the code of your life, turning possibilities into reality within this virtual cosmos. If we're in a simulated universe, as Nick Bostrom proposes, advanced civilizations could run countless virtual worlds, making ours likely artificial. Quantum experiments, like the double slit, show reality shifts when observed, implying the universe, like a game engine, renders based on your input. Your attention is the cursor, selecting which data materializes. Most people run default scripts, looping fear or limitation, rendering repetitive scenes. You, however, can code anew by focusing on potential as if it's already running. Intentional coding means treating your focus as sacred. The simulation's field, a neutral array of probabilities, responds to your emotional frequency, not casual thoughts. As Melvin Vopson's research suggests, information may be a physical entity, meaning your consciousness interfaces with the universe's code. By vividly imagining abundance or joy, feeling it real, you compile new outcomes, aligning with John Wheeler's participatory universe, where observers shape existence to break old loops. Stop validating doubts and render your desired reality. Peace, success with emotional conviction. This isn't pretending. It's disciplined programming, stabilizing new frames until they materialize. The simulation doesn't need perfection, just consistency. Your focus, like a game designer's blueprint, must prioritize possibility over past glitches. Ignore the urge to check current bugs and embody the future you're coding in this digital reality. You're not here to accept default settings, but to author the invisible into form. What will you program? Will you recycle old code or script a vibrant update? By observing potential with unwavering devotion, you command the simulation to manifest it. Choose to code intentionally and watch the cosmic computer reshape reality to reflect your boldest vision. What if the universe is a cosmic simulation and your emotional frequency is the signal dictating its output? The simulation hypothesis, suggesting reality is a digital construct, implies the universe mirrors your vibrational state, not just your desires. Like a game reflecting player input, reality renders what you consistently broadcast, making you a coder of your digital world. Nick Bostrom's simulation argument posits advanced civilizations could create countless virtual realities, making it likely we're in one. Quantum experiments, like the double slit, show observation shapes reality, hinting the universe, like a program, responds to your consciousness. The simulation's field is neutral, processing data as physicist Melvin Vopson's work suggests, where information is a physical entity, yet it's your frequency or habitual emotional state that compiles the code, not fleeting thoughts. Many aim for change but vibrate in conflict, visualizing abundance while radiating scarcity or seeking love while feeling unworthy. The simulation doesn't judge. It reflects your dominant signal, as John Wheeler's participatory universe implies. If your baseline frequency is fear or doubt, the screen displays matching outcomes. To recode reality, align your vibration with your desired program, peace, joy, or success by feeling it as real now. This shift isn't about controlling every thought, but curating your emotional bandwidth. Most run default loops, rendering old graphics by reacting to current limits. Instead, broadcast the frequency of your future self, as if the simulation has already updated. This requires discipline, Observe your habitual feelings, not just during visualization, but in daily life. What signal are you sending when no one's watching? The simulation has no gatekeepers, only your energetic input. You don't need to earn a new reality. You must match its code. So, what frequency are you transmitting? Are you stuck in debug mode or streaming a bold new script? By tuning your emotional state to your highest vision, you reprogram the cosmic computer, collapsing possibilities into a reality that mirrors your intentional vibration. What if you're not just data in a cosmic simulation, but a silent coder, shaping reality through calm, intentional focus? The simulation hypothesis, suggesting our universe is a digital construct, casts you as a creator whose quiet presence programs the code, crafting existence with clarity rather than chaos, like a master designer refining a virtual world. Nick Bostrom's simulation argument proposes advanced civilizations could run countless virtual realities, making it probable we're in one. Quantum experiments, like the double slit, reveal reality shifts when observed, implying the universe, like a game engine, renders based on your consciousness. The silent coder, your serene, centered awareness, holds unmatched power, creating not through force but through stillness. As physicist John Wheeler's participatory universe suggests, your observation shapes the digital field, unlike frantic striving. The silent coder operates from coherence, observing possibilities without panic. Melvin Vopson's research, positing information as a physical entity, supports this. Your focused consciousness interfaces with the simulation's code, collapsing probabilities into form. Most remain trapped, reacting to current graphics with fear, rendering repetitive outcomes. You, however, can code anew by witnessing desired reality's love, abundance, peace with calm conviction, as if they're already loaded to embody. This practice presence. Let doubts pass like glitches, returning to the frequency of your vision. This isn't passive. It's disciplined coding, aligning your inner state with the simulation's potential. The universe doesn't need your struggle, only your clarity. By observing from a space of trust, you rewrite the program as the field mirrors your silent intent. What will you code in this stillness? Will you loop old errors or script a vibrant update? The silent coder doesn't chase outcomes, but anchors, in the knowing that reality responds to coherence. In this digital cosmos, your calm focus is the command that reshapes the game. Embrace this power. Observe your highest vision with unwavering presence, and watch the cosmic computer render a reality that reflects the silent creator you already are.